Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hello,
Good
hello.
afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
How is everyone today? Happy Friday.
It's
That's
not like they can
exciting.
talk back to us. Happy
True story.
Friday. Thank God it's Friday.
So let's knock out the least fun stuff. Chat rules. No hate speech, derogatory remarks, politics, homophobia, or spamming. No fighting. No drama. Please be kind and respect the hosts, guests, other streamers, and mods. All views expressed by us and our guests are exactly that. Don't come at us.
Don't come at me. Don't do it.
If you'd like to email us, you can email us directly at cultologytwins@gmail.com.
Very much so.
Also have an official Facebook group now, so please come join. We have a lot of fun in there. Don't forget the new merch store. We added a dog collar today. It's super cute.
It's so cute. It's an SPTV dog collar. It's so cute.
I want it so bad.
Yeah, Liz, we added dog collars. SPTV dog collars. You need like 9 of them. Or no. Yeah. Anyway,
24 of them.
We won't pick on Liz right now.
If you want to support us before we're monetized, we're getting close. But we have a Buy Me a Coffee, a Venmo, a Cash App, all the fun stuffs. And above all else, please show the love, like, and subscribe. We are in the mid-900s of subscribers. We're getting close to 1,000.
We are indeed.
For a month, not half bad. But we are about halfway there on the watch hours before. So please follow, subscribe. You want to say hi to some people before we bring on our guest of the hour?
Please, if we could.
Okay, let's see who's all here. DJ Nico, welcome in. Dimples.
Hi, Dimples. What's up, babes? Clea is here.
Hi, Clea. Welcome.
Hi, Clea. Welcome to our chat. Julie's here. Hi, everyone. Hi, Jules.
Hi,
thanks for being here for us, babes.
Beta. Hi,
Beta.
Clea.
Hi.
Hi. Look, it's my cuz. Hi, Sal.
Hi, boo. Hi, sweetie. What you doing?
Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, girl. Hey. I mean, hey, boy. Hey. Anyway. Dimples and a little brother. Nice. Yes.
Hi, Liz.
Right? You got Saul and Dimples in here.
Love your face, Liz.
Love you, Liz.
Saul showing some love to Liz.
Violet's here. Hi.
Hi, Violet.
The Watts.
Hi. Welcome in.
Hi. It's very nice to see you. We're happy to have you.
Fat Grammy's here.
Grammy. Hi.
Hi.
And Liz goes, what you talking about, Willis? Yeah, we made a dog collar, an SPTV dog collar, and it's very cute.
Really cute.
Dawn Gloves, we see you. Hi. Hi, darling.
Hello.
Mrs. Peacock, hello.
Powerlize to Paralyze is here.
Yes.
Hello.
Hi. And
Squirrel Squad. Let me try that again. Squirrel Squad Cam. Say that 10 times fast today.
I like that.
I'm having a hard time speaking. Love that name, though.
What is this, Liz? Summer Little Drool. Well, love you, but I don't have any drool. There's no drool here. Okay.
I think it's from the
grown-ass woman.
Hey, girl, hey.
I'm a grown-ass woman. I can handle myself. It's all good. Oh, crap.
Sorry.
Go ahead. Sophia.
Hey, Sophia. And, oh my goodness, Barry. It's moving on me. Barry.
Hi. Hi.
Welcome in.
And Poet is here. Hello. Good afternoon, Poet. Kind sir.
Hello. Yeah, I think we've hit everybody so far.
Yeah, I think we have. I think I saw Denver in here. Steve-O. Did I see Steve-O in here?
I did, but I don't know where his comment went.
Hey, here it is. Hey, hello, Summer, Heather, and Mindy. Hi, Steve-O. How you doing, bud?
Okay, so if you have any questions for Mindy, please put them in the chat. Please type comment or question at the beginning so we can see them easier. That would be awesome sauce.
We're evidently getting a room raid from new channel Crazy Love.
Thank you, room raiders. Hi, everybody.
Come on in. Make yourself comfortable.
Without further ado.
Hi, mommers.
Without further ado, let's bring in our amazing guest. You know her, you love her. It is
Oh,
Mindy Willens.
hi guys. So great to have to be here. Thanks for having me. I told everyone in my house like I'm gonna be doing a thing up there, so don't knock on the door or
Don't
anything.
bother me.
And then guess what? I've got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre of tree limb branches outside. So problem.
It's okay. It's okay. You're inside. We can't hear it.
We're safe right now. My
So.
puppy, oh, which way? My puppy's currently asleep, but that could change, so don't worry about it.
Hey everyone! I see so many people from my channel. Thanks for coming.
I know. Here's Windy City. We've got Corn. Hi, darling. We've got Corn Freak. We've got a bunch of Ham It Up Again. Hi.
Oh, so many loves. Thanks, guys.
Eric Rowe, Room Raid from Crazy Love is Love. Oh, amazing. I love Crazy Love is Love.
I do too.
That's
She's
amazing.
awesome.
We love her. So thank you for the room raid. We love that. Moon Taxi, hello. We're trying to say hey to everybody, but okay, we gotta talk to Mindy.
I might as well. I'm here.
Yeah. How you doing, bud?
Doing great. A lot of you guys know I'm here because I'm taking care of my mom, and she's doing really, really well.
Good.
And I'm making like just progress beyond belief. So I'm really glad about that.
That's awesome.
It's good to know that so many technological advances have come about before she had to have this procedure, and that that she can heal in such a faster time.
Yeah, it's just everyone in the family has just really kind of pitched in and made it really doable.
Yeah, absolutely. Love that.
That's amazing.
And if you don't follow Mindy, then what are you waiting for?
Yeah.
You can click on that. We'll wait.
Oh yeah, go do it. I'm waiting.
Yeah.
We'll wait for you to click on that. Go subscribe and come back. But it's in the chat if you need it. If you're not already,
you guys gave me a good excuse to brush my hair today. It's like I've been kind of laid up for the last, for a couple of weeks here with the spam.
Oh, they call it a love raid. I like that, Glitter.
I love it too.
I love to see you, Glitter.
Sounds like what I want for dessert. Love raid.
Love raid. I like that. That's nice. All right, Clearwater Chad. Hey. Crazy
Everyone's coming in today.
We love you,
everyone.
babe.
So Mindy,
we are rating you. Love it. Okay, continue.
So what really inspired you to start helping and joining the protest originally?
Originally, I didn't know anything about it or what. I'd never heard of Streets or Jessica or any of them, and I didn't know that they were all streaming. I didn't know. I just saw a bunch of people in front of the test center on my way home from work, and it happened enough days in a row that I was like, I'm just gonna go ask. So
yeah,
that didn't inspire me to start helping though. I did see. I am kind of like a helper at heart, and I am kind of like I've always known that Scientology is bad, but I didn't know details, right? And so when I heard and saw like the progress that was being made already, like I think, myself, I can't do too much by myself. It's such an overwhelming thing. It's like you take on this big thing, I didn't have it. It wasn't even on my radar. But when I see a lot of other people who are already making progress, I was just thinking, how can I make sure they can keep doing it? And I never thought I would ever stream. I was not a viewer. I was not a chatter. I was not on TikTok. I was not on, I'd just written a book and that's why I had to. And I was like scared. I asked so many of my friends who do TikTok and who do social media, like, can you come over and give me a master class and show me how to post and show me because I had just written this book. So everybody was like, oh, you have to have the social medias. And I was like, oh, it's like the thing I don't want to do. And so I never thought it wasn't even on my radar. But when I went home from asking what was going on and they were being blasted with the loud music, so many people in here have heard this story so many times, so I'll kind of like speed through it. But the protesters were being blasted with this music. I'm like, how can I help? I'll bring like little ear protections. So I brought that the next day and I just tried to help in all these different ways. Thought I was a plant too. We all know that. It's old news. Yesterday's news, thank goodness. And then, I heard, Cam said one day, he was like, I'm going to go home. I'm out of battery, charge. So I was like, I'll bring extra batteries tomorrow. I just wanted to help them keep doing what they were doing. And enough people were saying, oh, what's her channel? What's her channel? And then I just had enough people to go live, and I tried it, and it went very well. And I noticed really quickly that I had a very different style. And
Very much.
I feel like all styles are really important. So I'm not bashing any other style, but I feel like
No, but
mine's
everybody's
really
different.
that every style reaches a different receiver. So I kind of wanted to just be me, and it ended up, and here we are now.
Exactly.
I've always felt that you were kind of the voice of reason sometimes, that like
You are.
so there'll be, even there'll be a lot of people yelling, some people just be sarcastic and joking, but you're the actual person that is out there going, do you have questions? Come here. Let me answer any questions that you have. Like, let me help you. Let me walk you through it. And that's totally how I would be, because I'm a helper too. That's how I've always been, and it's gotten me into trouble more times than I can tell you. But yeah, so it's always your stream and you out there protesting has always been refreshing to me. And not to say that any other kind is bad.
Right.
I mean,
No,
it
the other
helps.
protesters, and I see where they're really successful.
Right.
Yeah, everybody has different personalities, and you have to protest according to your personality.
And
what you will and you will not do.
They really improve me, because I, like seeing how Jessica does it, I was like, oh, how can I be funnier? That because comedy
you are funny naturally.
Well, thanks, but that watching how I'm getting almost a master class from
you are
longer than me. So when I made that fake personality test, I don't know if you guys saw that episode where Dan and I went and we did fake personality tests. I had a lot of fun coming up with questions for it, and kind of trolling that way. And then people like Streets and Aja and some of the more assertive protesters I found myself getting a lot braver over time. In the beginning, I don't know if you've seen that. I even noticed a big progress in my bravery.
Right.
So I've really grown and attribute a lot of the positive changes to a lot of the people that I've met along the way.
Nice.
I agree.
See, you have your own bubbly musical presence. You add your own little Disney princess accent to it.
I just can't shut up once I start singing. It's like an addiction for me. It's like it's a character strength and flaw at the same time. The voices in my head sing musical theater.
I have that problem, but it's usually like somebody will say something and I'll be like, I'll just rip out a song from the 80s or the 70s or whatever.
I hear ya.
My husband and I do that all the time, and it drives everyone nuts. It'll be a jingle, it'll be a song from a musical, or just anything. Somebody will say something like "Give me a break," and we're like, "Give me a break."
Give me a break.
Yeah, we're all on it. Sorry.
I mean, no, but it's funny the way. I mean, before we went live, Heather and I were singing Phantom of the Opera to each other.
My favorite, by the way. My favorite.
Yes, we were singing the dungeon favorite, but it was like my favorite is All I Ask of You. It's just because I sang it in high school with my high school sweetheart.
Oh,
I could never sing Christine. Christine, her octave is too, or her range is way too high.
In high school and didn't smoke Marlboro Lights and wasn't 47.
I can never hit the E6.
Well, I could hit everything. I could hit the whole octave above high C.
Wow.
And my church director was classically trained, which is what got me an opera scholarship, but I hated opera, so I got a business degree.
I studied opera now, and I don't know anything about business.
But I love opera, and I love I have my best friend, one of my best guy friends is an opera singer, and he sang at my wedding, and he sang at my mom's funeral, and he was there. He's always I'm like, Bart, I need you. Bart, I need you. But yeah, he's my guy for all of that. But I get into the old, anything from high school and college and that kind of thing. I get into it. Into the woods.
not to go into the negative, but I'm going to go into the negative here. Sometimes I get messages that are like, oh, what is the musical theater channel? You know, like what, like negative things about the singing. And I say to them, like, I don't know why people buy a ticket for a show they don't like. Like,
Right.
you know, you didn't pay for this, but if your time is worth anything at all, you bought a ticket for this show. And you watch a musical and you're complaining that it's a musical. It's like, I think
don't complain about a musical. I've seen damn near every musical and I like them all.
If you didn't want to watch Enchanted, go to the next theater over.
You guys saw I did a little Enchanted thing too overnight at the occupation. I was singing the Happy Working song.
I love the Happy Working song and I love that movie.
Me too.
I'm a Dempsey girl, and I'm also an Amy Adams kind of girl.
Oh my God, me too. Amy Adams all the way.
I know, right? She plays the perfect princess. But anyway,
I'm so sorry about that.
I can barely hear it every once in a while,
but it's funny.
Hear it.
So, and it's distracting.
It's chainsaw ASMR. That Dan put it perfectly.
Thank you.
Sorry,
guys. I warned my whole household, and then I get started. I set up, and then it's very distracting for me. So if I look a little bit like Xenu eyes, it's not because I'm a plant.
Yeah.
So what's been your favorite experience so far out with the protesters?
Out and about doing your thing.
The real friendships that I've made.
Yes.
It sounds a little bit maybe selfish, but like the barbecues that I've had. Everybody lets their hair down, and other than that, I've felt, if I can point out like one or two like really like fulfilling moments. One of them was like when I ran to the police station when DOA was taken in, and I heard his voice. I don't know if you remember that, but like I heard I heard his voice, and I was just like, what is that? I actually said in the video, I'm like, what is that noise? I was like, it's his singing. And I like ran around but like the feeling of like heart fulfillment in that moment. I just like that moment. Another one was when the first time I kind of got in trouble, like when I got assaulted by the Swartz and Sandy's owner's wife, Jelaine, whatever, Ray, and they people like came in, ran up to me, and they were like, they called a code Mindy, and that was like my first time that people like came to help me, like
to come to your defense, like other people had already done.
For so long, I was very like suspected, and nobody really wanted to get too close to me. And then when somebody called a code Mindy, I was like,
Code Mindy.
I like it. Wanted to come and help me. That was a moment where I felt like my heart was full, and I wanted to cry. And like moments like that, I'm sure more will come to me, and I'll interrupt you guys with when they come.
It's all good. Yeah, the barbecue looked like so much fun.
I loved having everyone get like, just like no one's worried about getting arrested. I tried to do it on a Friday.
Yeah. It looked like so much fun. So much fun.
Whenever you guys have food, I'm just like, that's the best food.
Whenever you're just hanging out, not like, protesting, it's like, what a nice thing for all of you to just hang out and just be yourselves and talk and listen to music.
Anytime where I've kind of like discovered something, or even put out like a call to action of like, this is a way everyone can help, and putting together, I think I might have like an investigative heart. Because those aha moments are really mind blowing to me, and they encourage me to keep going and keep digging in and discovering. And like yesterday I went to I don't know if you guys know, but I went to the Lake Forest Scientology building, and I went inside and asked them lots of questions. And
inside, did you take a personality test?
I didn't take a personality test, but I asked them lots of questions about like even family separation and the niacin and all of every step I took. I was like, I'm surprised that I'm still here.
Yeah, they're still talking to me. Oh my God.
Now, were they honest with their answers?
They had a prepared answer for everything. They had a prepared answer for everything. But one kind of interesting thing is while I was there, she kept getting a phone call that she kept clearing. She kept sending to voicemail while I was there. I have a feeling it was for me. I saw on her phone that it was the same number calling over and over, and like
trying to tell her that you were a
probably
protester
trying to tell
instead
her.
of, yeah, because she was blind and deaf and dumb to that fact.
Well, and she, she definitely didn't know who I was, and I'm so honest that she's at one point she's like, "What's your name?" And I was like, "Mindy." And
Mandy.
Mindy Williams.
I
That's
didn't
my
even-
name. Williams.
That's what my boyfriends call me. No, just kidding. I don't have a boyfriend.
Whatever. You just had to have a fake name.
I didn't say a fake name, and I was just like Mindy, and then I just realized at the same. But oh well, my name's Mindy. She didn't know me. She didn't know my name. She didn't know my face, and they kept calling. And at one point, I was like, "Am I interrupting something?" And she goes, "Oh no, this isn't important." And she put it back in her pocket.
She's like, "Shut up! This is the first person I've had in here in weeks. Stop
She-
calling
yeah.
me."
She did look like that. Sadly, like thinking back, she might be getting in trouble right now for telling me
Yeah,
something.
for talking to you. Yeah.
And she was like, she just didn't know, and she looked like she just needed a friend, really. And I was, but really, my mind wasn't even. It was kind of selfish in that I wasn't thinking like her and her needs. I was thinking like, I
Yeah.
can't believe I'm still here. What else do I ask? What else do I ask? Like I was really like self-preservation. Are they going to kick me out any second?
Right.
But looking back, like remembering from retrospectively, remembering, like I wish I could have done some things a little more like level-headedly of asking her like, how I asked her like about excommunicating from people's like I hear that people aren't allowed to talk to your families. I should have asked her like, are there any people in your family that you're not allowed to talk to? The hindsight is 2020, and I asked a lot of questions. I wish I could go back and be like Xenu on my way out, but I didn't do that.
No, don't do that. Oh man, then they would have known you were up.
Well, I have a feeling like by the end, with all the phone calls that she got, and then I'm in the office with her, there were people who kept walking by, like Scientologists kept walking by the doorway and looking in, like, are you like is this person? And she's like, like it's okay, she's okay, and I was just like, it's any second now. I don't want to get kicked out, and
I'm gonna get pulled out of here any minute.
Yeah, and I really felt that it was kind of a self-preservational mindset that I had there, because I talked to Jacob Harkey before I walked in, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna go in by myself, I think. And I was wearing my Scientology is a cult shirt.
No, you weren't.
And my Xenu necklace, and and it was like 80 something degrees, and I was like, okay, I put a big jacket on over my whole thing I had in my car.
Yeah.
And so I walked in this, I'm like, this is going to be so suspicious walking in with this big jacket, but they weren't suspicious. And, but before I walked in, I asked Jacob Harkey, I was like, what do I like, help me? Because I'm like nervous to go in. What do I ask? And what do I say? And because it's a different messaging that you would use for someone who's in Sea Org versus someone who's just taking auditing, like someone who's just taking auditing, maybe they do see their family. And so like, you probably have a family that misses you, won't work on that person, for example. Right. So and Jacob is so knowledgeable. So I kind of asked him, like, what do I ask? And he's like, you're probably not going to have much time to ask anything. But they're going to ask you, what do you know about Scientology? And they did. That was their first question. I was like, oh, Tom Cruise is in Scientology.
Yeah.
But by the end, like I acted like I knew nothing. But then by the end, I'm like, so I hear you do family separation. So I hear you pump people full of niacin. So I hear you like how far can they let me go?
Right. You were just questioning them, and they were just answering and answering and answering.
Weird answers for every single thing.
That's amazing.
I've always wanted to know what would happen if you went into a testing center or an org, and you're sitting there talking to somebody and just be like, wait a minute, I just realized I've been mocking up my own reactive mind this whole time, and I'm not going to do it anymore.
I'm not going to do it anymore.
Are they gonna just be like, okay, leave. You need to leave? Or are they going to be like, you're a pre-clear? What? Oh my gosh. Like, I want to know what the reaction would be to that.
Right.
Trying to like use trigger words, like when she was explaining things to me, I was like, oh, so it's like psychology. And like she's like, well, it's our version of psychology. And she'd be like, it's, you know, we try to get
She doesn't want to use that word, I'm
our
sure.
counseling, it really gets you to be in the present moment because so much of our thoughts are stuck in the past. And I was like, oh, so it's like mindfulness. And she's like,
Not really.
Not really. So
play
it's a
dumb.
bunch of self-help all pushed together into a cult. Okay, got it. Thanks.
You're
Oh
like,
my God.
I live right down by the testing center and I just hear the music all the time and I love it. You're like, flag is here.
Well, Taylor,
Yeah.
Taylor Swift for a long time.
Yeah.
You're like, but I
I'm
can
a
never hear
fan.
Hotel California again.
Don't
I
hate
can't
me.
do it.
Okay, sweet.
We're on the same page there.
Yeah.
I'm like, I love
Give
that
me
song.
Rodgers and
Not
Hammerstein
anymore.
all day.
Yeah, make it Rodgers and Hammerstein. Exactly.
Exactly. Just
See,
give
then
me those guys.
then they would just be feeding Mindy and she would put on an entire show and no one would ever leave. That was what happened.
At the musical. I was like, I heard that sometimes you don't let people talk to their family. And her answer to that was like, oh, well, you know, if there's somebody in your family who's really toxic or a narcissist, like you don't want to talk to them because they're toxic for your life. And so then they'll blame it to Scientology telling you, but really it's because they're toxic. And I was like, well, is there something like online that I can find that really like outlines like what exactly it takes to be defined as toxic for you guys to say don't talk to them anymore? Like I really like tried to kind of give pushback on a lot of said.
Okay, question. Is Mindy's mommy your mommy?
That's my mommy.
Okay.
Hi, Mindy's mommy.
Did you ask her how much she made?
I asked her how much she made, and she didn't. She wouldn't tell me how much she makes, but so she said that all of the services are free when you work there. So I played like I played like, oh, you know, I just lost my job recently, and this would be a really good thing for me, actually, if you're hiring. I went through that too. And so how much do you, like someone new, how much do they make? Is it enough to like pay rent? I mean, I only rent a room in someone's house, so my rent is actually pretty low. Like, and she's like, it's not very much. We're a nonprofit, so you don't actually get paid very much, but your stuff is free. Your like services are all free. And she told me how much things cost all the way, you know. She got specific in the beginning and then gets more and more vague.
Right.
When it gets into the thousands of dollars. That's when,
yeah.
We sell it in a package.
And it's hysterical. I love everything about this. It's true. I mean, you going in there and asking all those questions and her answering them and not knowing who you are, that is just outrageous.
Yeah.
Or not answering the phone of her upper telling her to get you the hell out of there or whatever was happening.
I caught it was the same number every time because I wasn't like, I could just see it. She was just like held up her phone and she like cleared it and put it back in her pocket. But it was the same number every time, and it was a Los Angeles area code.
Right.
Oops.
Also calling.
Yeah.
Mommy.
I was like, is it interrupting? And she's like, no, this isn't important. And she put it in her pocket.
Can we just say, hi, Mindy's mom. We love you.
Everyone give my mom some love. We
hope that you're doing so well. And we, from across the country, I'm giving you all the healing light and love. And we just want you to feel better, and glad that you got any preventative things handled. And we love you very much. We're glad that you're here for Mindy. And we can't live without our mamas.
We can't.
Everyone, please spam the chat with hearts for Mindy.
Yeah, spam the chat with hearts.
And also hug your mama, whoever you are. If you have a mama nearby enough to give her a hug, please do so. And my, you know, I don't want to say anything more about that. Just
my mama's in this frame right here. She is this beautiful lady. I'm gonna just show her off real quick. That's my mama.
Beautiful mama.
She's been gone for 12 years, but I love her. I talk to her all the time.
Yeah, I lost my sister. I talk to her all the time.
Yeah, I talk to my parents all the time. I talk to my grandparents. I talk to my mom. I talk to my mom the most. Pink Skies is here. Papa Smurf is here. Don Gloves is
Hi,
here. Sweet Sun Slice is here. She said she
So
did
many
the same
hearts.
in Denver. Same experience, like going in and asking. Yeah,
somebody came in and went into the Oregon was asking questions,
yeah. Hold on.
or into the Church of Scientology.
Cool. I did that in Denver. Same experience. Sweet Sun Slice says
So,
that.
so Sweet Sun Slice, did you got to ask all those questions? Did they suspect you? You know, now it's not a Mindy interview. It's an interview with Sweet Sun Slice.
Now we'll just check.
I'm actually the interviewer now.
Mindy
Yeah.
has taken over cultology.
It's all good.
Triplets.
I just
Right.
realized this is root beer. I'm not like over here.
She's not like
Like-
having a cold one. She's having a root beer. It's like a speciality for her.
Yes, it's my childhood and my dad in a bottle. It's
She
Stewart's
showed
root beer.
the whole bridge, the bridge to total freedom.
She showed you the bridge?
She pointed it out. She did like explain the whole thing. And I was like, so where are you? And she's like, here. And it's like, she just pointed straight to the clear. She's like, here, that's where I am.
Yeah. That's where you're going to stay for a long time.
Like, do you do more? Like how much, like, I just like tried to ask her a lot of questions too.
Same responses, basically. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
said
God,
one
that's
interesting that I asked was I said so I also heard, I was like, thanks for being so open to my questions. Like I'm kind of shy to ask you, like, because I don't want you to be offended or anything. I'm just curious. And she's like, oh no, ask me. I'm an open book, right? And I was like, well, I heard that there's like family separations in Scientology. And she's like, what about it? Like that. And I was like, well, like do they like take the kids away from the parents and she's like, there are no kids in Scientology, and like in you're thinking in the Sea Org. She's like, there's no kids in there because we were talking. I was asking her about. I heard that people only work like they work full time, but they only get like less than $50 a week. And she's like, oh, you're talking about the Sea Org. That's our military, but for military for freedom, not for war. And so that we were talking about the Sea Org, and I was like, I hear that they do family separation in there, and she's like, there are no kids because the kids get taken. She's like, there are no kids in the Sea Org, and I was like, well, like, what if you have kids? Like, I heard that they keep the kids in like a separate area and they kind of raise them almost like orphans where they don't get to really see their parents, and it's very institutional. And she's like, no, there are no kids there. If you have kids, you leave Scientology. And I'm like, well, I mean, so there's no kids who like live in, and she called it hotels. She said hotels. And I said, and I was like, so there's no kids who live in the hotels and like work? And she's like, no, not like that.
Wow, I think I savaged somebody.
Uh-oh, who did you savage?
But I put him back in. I timed him out for 10 seconds. I was trying to tag a comment.
Are you modding while you're doing? Are you
modding?
We're doing the questions on the back end. Well,
yes,
I don't know if you know this,
modding
Mindy.
at the same time.
We're both also mods on Liz Ferris's channel with Mandy McGee. And
who also came in and said, love
nice
you.
To come and visit me. They
came in and said hi.
I didn't see them.
Hold on, I'll find it. Hold on.
But
it was, where is it? Where is that damn comment? It's way up here.
Hi, Mandy. Much love to you.
Mindy, I love you. I'm at work.
I love you, Mandy.
I'm at work. So they wanted to say hello, but just hi real quick because they're at work. So,
but Summer has this fun ability on the back end of StreamYard to accidentally block people or time them out, and it's been termed a savage move.
Savage. Yeah,
so now when a mod
savaged.
accidentally times somebody out by accident, everyone's calling it, you just got savaged.
I don't think I tagged him out. I think I just deleted his comment instead of starring his comment, and it was Barry. I'm sorry, Barry. It was a really long comment. I didn't even get to check to see what it said. But anyway, it's all good. We love you, Barry. I'm sorry. It happens. These things, they happen. It's not done on purpose.
Mindy, if there was one musical role, like your dream role.
The dream role.
What would it be?
Oh my God.
You can give us, okay, stop. You can give us 3 or 4 if you want to.
I played one of my dream roles already. It was Mama Rose in Gypsy.
Nice.
And I'd love to do. I did it when I was a teenager, so I would love to do it as a woman. I'd love to do it as an adult. That's one that I would absolutely love to do, Mama Rose. And gosh, there's so many. I can't. I want to. That was not in. It was not in my. I was not even thinking about that. Give me some time. I'll come back to it. Thank you. That's a great question.
That's okay. I can't think of the name of mine all of a sudden. I blanked out, but it's from Guys and Dolls. It's a person can develop a bad cold. What's her name?
A poison can develop
what's her
a cold.
name?
I don't.
It's gonna drive me crazy.
I'm gonna say it's a role that hasn't been written yet.
Ooh.
Can I say that?
Spicy.
Nice.
Funny enough, this is so weird and coincidental. I've been working with this gentleman who's been writing a musical, and he's been working on this musical for like 5 years, but for maybe 2 years, he 2 years ago, he cast me as one of the main characters. And it's very, there are a lot of there's some overlap with like Wicked in that there's 2 main female roles. And my role is more of the Galinda role of the,
right.
It's not witches, but we are cult leaders.
Oh my God!
Who got our powers from aliens?
No!
And this was so long before I met any of you guys. I've been learning and practicing my music, and we're going to New York, and like we're gonna do it like small. Anyway, this is just to fulfill my heart, and but it's there's so much crazy. Before I met you guys, when I say before I met you guys, before I was introduced to the protest whatsoever, the movement. Mm-hmm. So, which was January 4th, I came out for the first time. So prior to January 4th, I knew nothing about it, but I've been working on this with this guy, and I didn't have nothing to do with writing it. But I'm learning the role, and I thought, oh, this is such a coincidence because she gets her powers from aliens as she's walking through Humboldt National Forest. And that's where I went to college. I was like, what a coincidence that this role is. It feels like, and she's this bubbly soprano. And I'm like, I feel like this is like written for me. And then I joined this movement. And then all these other connections are coming through of like the aliens. And like, she's actually a guru, but it's pretty much a cult leader if you're a guru. Right. So yeah. I was just the coincidence and the parallels are just, I don't know, manifested. What's the manifest? Self-fulfilling prophecy?
Right.
Yes, totally. Manifestation, self-fulfilling prophecy. You can use any words, insert any words here.
Hilarious.
Well, I have a follow-up question.
Okay. So,
did you go to music school? Yes, I'm assuming.
Oh,
I'm assuming.
I've always loved my first role I ever auditioned for, or show I ever auditioned for, I always liked to sing, and I wasn't good. I have recordings of myself back when I was really bad, just to show my students. I teach voice too sometimes.
Good.
There's the progress. Like even like I was really bad, really bad.
I was horrible when I was 9. Really I was really good when I was 17.
And I auditioned for, it was West Side Story, and I sang A Spoonful of Sugar from Mary Poppins. And they're like, oh wow, the soprano, she could be Maria. And then they forced me to sing that part that I need to sing. It's like the belty, Puerto Rico, that one. And I was like, I can't belt. I've never belted before. I'm only a soprano. And I was like 14 years old, and they forced me to try, and it came out really well. And they're like, wow, she could play Maria, she could play Anita. Whoever we find that's a really good Maria or Anita, Mindy will play one, they'll play the other. And then they did the dance audition, and I can't dance at all. I was in the chorus.
Oh no!
But I did a lot of belty, like theater stuff.
Yeah.
College, I went to college for teaching. I my teaching degree, and I just took music on the side just to enjoy school, because I needed classes to look forward to, and they forced me to only sing operatic soprano there. So that's where I got my like more well-rounded, and actually the they call it legitimate singing, which kind of sounds derogatory to any other kind of singing, but that's just
it does.
It's a technical term for it.
Self-taught people all over the world.
It's the technical term for it. I don't like that, but classical singing. I'll say classical singing really helped inform the belting styles.
Oh yeah, it helps you learn how to belt, because you can't.
Well, it's
upper lower
belting is
register
all
thing.
about breathing too, and you have to. That's one of the
Everything's
things
about breathing.
when you're learning about singing that you have to like rewire your brain to breathe with your diaphragm instead of your shoulders. So, and I think,
Yeah, that's a trick, isn't it, Mindy?
but
I mean, it is.
I've broken a wine glass with my voice before. I don't know if you guys know that.
Have you
No.
really? Oh my God! I haven't
It's
been able
on my
to do that.
TikTok. I recorded it. It happened in 2009, and I hurt my voice trying to do it for so long. My goal was in school to write a really funny, witty one-woman show where at the end, like it's a musical, at the end I'd break a wine glass with my voice, so people would come for that novelty, and then they see the show, they say, "Oh, Mindy's smart and funny, and she's a good singer too." Like maybe that would be,
Right.
that was kind of my plan. And so as the crazy girl that I was in my early 20s, like 21, 22, 23 years old, I would go to all these garage sales, and I would just buy all the wine glasses, and I'd take them home and sing at them and try to break it. Take us home and sing at it, and take it home. I had like boxes of wine glasses that I would.
My God, Mindy!
And I'd record myself doing it, and like how close to the wine, how close to the glass, how far away, up here or down here. Do I hold it here? Do I hold it there? And I was very scientific about it, and I studied sound waves on glass through independent study and the university. When I for my science classes, I would take these independent study classes where they let you choose kind of what you want to study, and so I would study sound waves and glass and stuff. So because I wanted to do this, and then finally one broke. And I could consistently make the glass vibrate so that you can visually see it, but it just would never break. And then finally, I didn't expect it to break, but I was babysitting, and I gave one kid, I was like, here is this like video camera, this old video camera. You can play with that. And here, to the other kid, look what I can do. And I did the thing. And just by coincidence, this little girl, as I was doing it, went like this and caught it on tape.
Nice.
And it's like me going crazy for 5 minutes, like, what I did? like, do you know what I did? And don't move. There's glass all over the floor. Don't move. Don't move. So after that, I was like, I did it once. Like, removal of the doubt is a big deal. I could do it again if I get this same brand of glass. But I got it at a garage sale, and there's no markings on it.
Right.
So I go to tier 1 and
see how thin it is. Yeah, I'd
buy a pack of glasses, and then I'd take them home, and if they didn't break, I'd return it for a different brand of glasses, and try to be more scientific about it. And then it happens so much that I think it really only shatters when it's actual crystal. No, there's a formula, but it's one problem is that the decibel required is unhealthy for a human voice.
Yeah.
So I ended up getting in danger of getting vocal nodules, and so
I had nodules when I was a freshman opera singer. God.
And tell me how you got over that, because I hear you, like Julie Andrews had to get them surgically removed.
Okay, well, my nodules were not bad, and so my opera professor, my opera instructor, my main biddy, she sent me to an ear, nose, and throat doctor specialist.
They put the camera through your nose.
They put the camera through the nose, and then they said, your nodules are not bad, but I was a freshman in college, okay? You have to not speak.
I did vocal silence
for 3 months. You can't speak for 3 months.
I got 6 weeks.
3 months!
6 weeks, and then I asked for a second opinion for 2 weeks. It was the hardest thing I'd ever done. Let's talk about that, because what a social experiment to not be able to speak.
As a freshman in college, going to parties and meeting people, and having a notebook.
As a Mindy, any day of my life.
I mean, as a summer, any day of my life. It was horrible. It was the worst thing ever. And they were like, and whispering is worse.
Whispering is worse.
3 months, not 2 weeks. 3 months.
I got a second opinion that said 2 weeks, and that was fine for me. But I had a system of like clicks and whistles that I did when I'd answer the phone that everybody in my life knew, like the system of clicks and whistles of how to communicate with me. Right. Another thing I did.
Yeah.
I had my TV set up behind me and my main chair sitting in front of it, and I had this like portable keyboard. And so when I'd have friends over, they'd sit on the couch, and I would literally type, and it would come up above my head. What I'm saying. That's one thing that I did.
You're younger than me. We didn't have that technology back in my day. I walked around with a legal pad and a pen.
I have
Back
Well,
in our
anyway.
day, we walked uphill both ways in the snow.
Yeah, no, it's not that bad.
Just the
But
way
I
you
mean,
said that.
I could have had like I think I had a small dry erase board at one point. But like, I'm at a frat party at another school, 20 miles away, and I'm writing shit down. I mean, it was stupid. But what they put me on steroids, and then they told me not to speak for 3 months, and that was the hardest thing I've
I'm sad to say this, and I haven't said it publicly, but since I started protesting, I feel like a vocal fry when I try to speak a lot of times. And even though I can sing sometimes, I've gone to the ear, nose, and throat doctor, and then the SLE or some. There's like a different
right.
my speech singing doctor, and
Yeah.
I still like I don't know. I feel scared about it, and
She just told me that she heard a bit of a rasp. And I always had a bit of a rasp, and I didn't find any problems with that. But I also smoked cigarettes in high school. She didn't know that. And my lesson was always right after lunch. So, oh my God. She would be like, I can tell what you ate for lunch. And then like my roommate would sleep sitting up like this and drinking Gaviscon for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I was like, I'm not going to live like that. I'm going to eat food. I'm going to experience college. If that's what being an opera major is, then I want out, because I don't, and sopranos are a dime a dozen, and it's hard, you end up in New York. I wanted to ask if you went to New York, went to New York and did the thing, like tried to make it and all that kind of thing. Because that's very interesting to me. But we don't have to go into it if you don't want to.
I've gone to New York for like a couple different times where I was there for several weeks and decided like I'm going to audition every single day. And I would I would get the backstage, and I'd go to one, sign up, go to the other one, which might be a mile away walking, sign up, go to the third one, sign up, go back to the first one, where am I at in line, go to the second one, where am I at in line, go to the next one, where am I at in line. And I just keep, and I'd walk like 20 miles in a day. And and I, I auditioned for a lot of things, but the one problem is I'm not a good dancer at all, at all. So also, I don't know if you saw the little clip that I made of why Mindy's not on Broadway. I was like, they every time I've auditioned, they all say the same thing to me. Every single time I've auditioned for anything, I've done contests, cruise ships, auditioned for Broadway, and they all say the same exact thing. They're like, Mindy, we want you to be the star of the show, but we're not going to pick you because we need you to protest Scientology one day.
The foresight in that, it's amazing.
Talk about foresight.
So we've already been going for 50 minutes already.
Oh, it feels like 2 seconds.
That's right?
I know.
So we should probably go through some of these comments.
Oh, yes, sure. And we could do this again sometime. I'd love to do this again sometime.
Totally. We'd love to have you back.
Yes.
Sophia, Mindy is persistent. Yes.
Thank you.
Well, we know.
But she's kind of persistent.
She's kind of, the way your particular way of doing things and speaking to people is very nice. Like, not everybody has to yell. Not everybody has to scream. Not everybody has to be a dictator. It's just like, and everybody's, and I personally feel like more, I don't know. I mean, there are people who yell that are very effective. There are people who are jokey and yelly and hilarious. And then there are people, but you're right at Big Blue, and it's like, you just want to be nice and talk to people and say, hey, you can leave if you want to. And I like that because, that's kind of Liz's style, but Liz will take them down the rabbit hole of her life.
Well, and there's three different, there's three of us. All three of us, if we were in a cult, different approaches. But if we were in a cult, let's say, God forbid, there would be, all three of us would, on different days at different moments of our lives, different approaches would work on us. Like, there's some days where I'm like, oh, thank goodness Mindy's on. Okay, calm. This is awesome. Singing, we're having fun. Yeah. And then there's some days where like I am in just such a mood that the only thing that'll snap me out of it is Pearl Snappy being like like
oh girl, do the impression.
Yelling and cracking up and just, you know, it's
Get
not
your
even just the
coffin
person, it's
dodger.
the person and the day and the mood they're in. So it's like this here, poet said it perfectly. The best thing about the protest is the variety of approaches. Keeps it
Yes.
from becoming boring. And it also can help. You never know the person that you're talking to, what is going to reach them, if anything, that day.
Exactly. And being mean to them might not work, but being compassionate and saying, look, you can get out of this. I'm saying this very quietly. You can get out of here.
And sometimes I'm louder too. Yeah, I just.
But that's
I wanna be
effective as
authentic and
well.
sincere in every moment.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. But Papa Smurf is here. Hello.
Hi, Papa.
Dan Walks LA
Min-
says, such a fun day.
He's probably talking about
day.
you yesterday. He came down and gave my mommy some flowers, and so did we in LA. And Jacob Hart
Yes.
came down and visited my mom to give her some flowers. It was so
Dan and your mom have been having a love fest in the chat.
They're such a sweet non-group.
I know, right? Okay, now we all want to meet Mindy's mom.
She was on a few streams a couple weeks ago. The two
I
of them
saw a beautiful
together
picture.
are amazing. They're so much
I'll
fun.
have to go back. Mindy,
Sweet
if you ever
Sons.
need a change, we need a teacher in Colorado Springs.
Thanks, Sweet Sun Slice. I'd love to reach out to me on Instagram because I'd love to just ask you about your Denver walking into the COS because I want to compare my experience with yours and I have questions for you too. So reach out to me. I'm at Mindy Willens on everything.
Yeah, and Sweet Sun Slice, I think we're neighbor. I'm probably
She's in
about an
Denver,
hour
too.
and
Heather's in
15
Denver,
minutes
too.
north of you. But yeah, if you're in Colorado Springs, I'm on the southern edge of the metro area. So yeah, reach out.
Yeah, Heather's in the Denver area as well. So,
Mummers. Rogers and Hammerstein musicals are my favorite.
I love them too.
We love them. The classics never die. Never.
Dan Walks LA. It's hysterical. I love everything about this.
I love that.
I love Dan. He's amazing.
I know.
No, there aren't any too many female duets that we can do now that we're on here together, Summer.
I
can only think like if Mama was married from Gypsy, or like there's not a lot of female. Or
you
like,
could do a boy like that would kill your brother. Forget that boy and find another.
I think that's all a solo.
No, because Maria comes in.
Oh no, honey, don't know. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, don't test me. I smoke too much.
West Side Story is my favorite. So
I know. I love West Side Story. I was thinking of one from The Messiah. I'm thinking of one from The Messiah that I love, but my audition was ridiculous. It was the most basic Latin song that I sang. You know what it was. I don't even want to say the words for my audition. And then I was in Fiddler on the Roof my senior year. So I was in Fiddler on the Roof.
Who did you play?
I was Huddle.
I was Frumacera.
Nice, really?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so I went to a private Christian school and they didn't have enough singers. And I was like the best singer in the school. And then like the elementary, like he was Papa. The elementary, like
the teacher. My teacher was Tevye.
The elementary principal was Papa. And then there were 3 sisters, but I could sing the best, so they put me in all the group numbers, even if I wasn't supposed to be in them.
I
because my voice carries.
Part I'd love to play is the drowsy chaperone.
Indeed.
Okay.
Indeed.
Dan says the barbecues were such a blast. Oh my God.
Bring it back when I get back home.
Lily said, it's California. Everyone is suspect until they get to know you.
True.
This is true.
Everyone was so suspicious of me in the beginning. You know, it's like I just said over and over, if I'm just consistent, just be consistent.
Which is what worked.
Yeah. Liz Ferris.
Mommy.
The best part. Mommy's bragging, but she's allowed. Look at you. You are a beautiful grown-ass woman. You are doing your thing. You are keeping it together. You are helping a cause. You are doing all of the best things that you could possibly do. I don't know. And you're taking care of your mom. Bravo.
And you're remaining humble and kind at the same time. which is the
Throwing
hardest part of
roses.
all of it, I think.
I'm throwing roses on stage.
I really
like
appreciate you guys.
literally.
I've never had so many eyes on me at once, like regularly. And I mean, as a teacher, you have your classroom, but I never streamed before. I only streamed for the first time on YouTube in March.
Oh my God.
First time. I was like,
Yeah,
on
but you're
TikTok
so
for, like,
delightful.
this month or whatever, but I was on, I'm a baby.
It's crazy because I
Yeah.
think you were on everybody else's streams so much.
Holding a sign.
Yeah, you're just always walking with everybody, and everybody sees you, and then you're live too, and it's just like, I mean, we see you. It just, whether you're on live or if you're walking with Dan and he's live, or you're singing, you're.
Now I got my own
just.
thing, and I really appreciate the people who've come to support and just, like, I don't know, just give me that
And
love.
we totally support you. We all do, and all of your fans, and all of it. Like, there's a lot of us who really enjoy your content, and you're just not aware of it, And
Thank you.
we just
Thank
need
you,
to make you.
Francisca.
Mindy, you
Hello,
always find
Francisca.
innovative ways to peaceful protest.
I started
like
hashtagging peaceful protest on all my Scientology things.
Liz wants to know, what's your favorite meal?
I love sushi, and I love
Yes.
I just love everything that tastes good. I don't know. I love everything but beans. I don't like beans for some reason. I like
I
garbanzo
don't like beans
and
I
string
don't like
beans
beans.
and green beans. But other than that, I love everything except as long as it doesn't have beans.
Yeah, I'm not a bean person. I will eat green beans, but I'm Southern. So.
Land it perfectly, Saul. Thank you.
Saul also said the purification rundown is hella expensive. Laugh out loud, non-profit my rear end.
Yeah, the purification was $2,500, and then the next step was another $2,500. She like really cut it down, and I took really good notes afterwards about everything that was said. So I'm gonna do a video about that when I can put something together. But
yeah,
that's all I can say right now.
Yeah, I understand.
Lady Jane out, you're never late. You're always here when you're meant to be here.
Never late, never late.
And Liz yelled at you, "Savage!" from earlier when you did a
Liz.
savage.
Yes,
I haven't really
can I do for you?
but I see a lot of you, and I like you.
Liz,
I feel about so many of these people. I've never seen them. I've never had a conversation, but I like them.
Yeah, Liz is one of the kindest human beings on this planet.
Liz
She's amazing.
is one of the most amazing people in the world. Liz. Okay, before we go off or do anything, Liz, do you want to come on and talk to Mindy?
We have a lot of friends in common.
Yeah, you can take that comment down. Liz, do you want the link? Liz,
I think she's still at work, but I will send it to you just in case, Liz.
But
either
way,
I'd
love to reach out and become better friends, because I there's so many.
She's the reason we're here, like literally. And I like Marilyn. I mean, we all mod for different people. Like I mod for Laura and Liz, but we started with Liz. We both did, and we became friends with Liz, and we became friends with each other. And then one day Heather said, "Hey, I think I might start a channel." And I went, "Ooh, let's do it together." So let's do it together. And she was like, "Awesome!" And so we just started. And then, Mandy's back. What is your favorite quote?
Oh my gosh. Here's one from Galaxy Quest. Never give up.
I love that movie so much.
Never give up.
Never give up.
What? Guess who's here?
Hey, what's up?
It's been never. That's why I'm shaking hands with you.
Shake your hand.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Next, well, I was trying to find a cigarette, and then all of a sudden I found an empty pack, and I'm like, swear to God, if there's no cigarettes in this house, we're rejoining the Sea Org.
Everyone adores you, and I don't know your whole story.
Just kidding.
Maybe one day we can kind of catch up.
Absolutely. I'm the one that's dad was supposedly dead. So, I mean, that I was told my dad was dead when I was 20. Yeah, I was 24. And in the process of this whole excursion, I find out my dad is still alive. I'm a little bit past 24, like 20 years.
Wow. And like that makes you want to
get him out.
Him or, yeah. Do you live in the same area? Do you know if he's stationed? Is that the right word?
He's at Gold Base. He's at Gold Base. He's at Hemet.
Oh, and are you very far from here?
I'm technically in Sacramento, like just outside of Sacramento.
Oh wow! And
So I'm a good 7-hour drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dad's at Gold, and it's all
And
about
I'm covered in scars. So
Yeah.
She's had a
yeah,
rough
I was
go
one
of
of the unlucky kids.
Oh wow! I'm so sorry. I don't know your whole story. Let's. I don't know. How can we link up and have long conversations?
We can help
Well,
you guys link up.
you can message me at any time.
Okay.
Email's
can
good,
help
but
you.
I'm not very personal via email. Just one of you give her my number. I work Monday through Friday. So that's the hard part.
Yeah.
Until 4:30.
Why you gotta be giving away my secrets? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm just saying until 4:30.
You know, it's so incredible how they hide in plain sight. Because I've sung at the Renaissance Fair at Hemet a couple times, and it's like this small little dinky thing. And the Hemet compound is like Disneyland huge, right? And it didn't even cross my mind as I'm up there. They just hide so well in plain sight on Hollywood Boulevard. It's like, oh, I know there's that one. Oh, but wait, there's that one. Oh, wait, there's another one. Oh, wait, there's another one. They're so well hidden in plain sight. It's incredible to me how many people don't know, and even me didn't even know the extent until I started with the movement.
Yeah. And Gold.
Yeah, I mean the hard part is, you have so many different people that were affected. Like I was affected, Laura was affected, Serge was affected, Nora was affected. We've all had so many situations happen that it's like, if you take one of our stories, that's one thing, but put them all together and it's like, holy hell, was that a nightmare for everyone to go through?
It's a horror movie.
I've heard
so
horror movie. Telling me stories every time we've hung out. Things come to her, and and she shares some.
Because you don't realize how much you've blocked out. You don't realize just how much you've blocked out until someone says, "Oh yeah, I used to do this," and then all of a sudden it's like, "Just kidding, I remember that. Holy crap!"
And I talked to Louis Repetto, and he heard his stories and what he's seen, and it's just what the public doesn't know is just it's astounding that it's not already taken down. How is this still perpetuated? I don't.
Because it's a he said, she said until we have more information.
Laura
That's the hard part.
Did an amazing live on Monday. I would highly suggest everybody go see that. They talked because it was the day after Father's Day, and both Laura and Liz's dads are still in Scientology, and they can't get them out. And it's heartbreaking, but at the same time, they really talk about a lot of things, like exactly what you said earlier. With all this tunnel talk, Liz had a live a couple weeks ago that explained the tunnels have always been there. They boarded up a bunch of tunnels.
So we used to play on them as kids.
If they're doing anything, they're just opening them back up. And Laura talked about how she never even remembered that until Liz talked about it. And then all of a sudden she just remembered being a kid and seeing these areas that were blocked off and wondering what was behind these walls. So it's totally like that, where they don't quite remember everything. And then they get talking and it's just these memories start coming back. And it's heartbreaking, heartbreaking.
But that's one that you should go.
Well, I love you all. I gotta go.
Okay,
love you, Liz.
We'll see
but
you.
I love you all. Have a great one. It was nice to finally meet you. Tell Dimples I said hi. Because I can't see the chat and I don't know if he's still in there. Yeah, just tell Dimples I said hey.
Dimples, she loves you.
Yeah,
Dimples, she loves you.
You too. I'll say it for him. I know it because he tells me.
All right, perfect. Love you both. Talk to you later.
See you in an hour.
Bye.
Bye.
I know we're overtime too, but I don't want to go.
I know. We can keep going.
We have a bunch of comments we have to cruise through here real quick.
Yeah.
Just
let's
that way.
get to that.
Heather, where did I stop at? Hold on. We did that one.
No rush.
I got distracted.
Here,
Sexy Savage. I always picture Mindy floating around at Disney, a different
a
character
different
every
character
day.
every day.
When I
Yes.
was a little girl, people asked me, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I remember saying, as a little kid, saying, I want to be a Disney princess voice. And they'd say, which one? And I say, she hasn't been written yet.
Well, then
I
which
love
one
it.
are you?
It still hasn't been written yet because look, here I am. I don't know. Maybe,
Oh my God. You'd make the most perfect Disney princess ever.
Mhm.
I might be like the mean stepmother now.
Oh no, those
Those are the more fun roles, guys.
Just
I
picture
just
story.
love it. Jordy has a migraine today, but wanted to send love to you and your sweet
Thank
mom.
you, Jordy. Nice to see you.
300 IQ Wizard. I'm just here to say hi to Mindy. Hello.
Wow,
Hello.
thank you, Wizard. Hide back to you.
Is that a Wizard of Oz thing?
Is
I
it-
hear you singing the Wizard of Oz all the time too.
It's because my mom and I went to that escape room in Beverly Hills, the Escape at Wizard of Oz adventure. We like,
Nice! There's an escape Wizard of Oz. I would have gone to that one.
I think they false advertised it because I expected the picture is like of a yellow brick road and like it looks like you're walking through sets and like it says they take over like a park in Beverly Hills and you're expecting it to be the Wizard of Oz looking and it's not. They just pretty much give you an app. There's nobody who works there. And the app leads you through just like pretty much walks you around 2 blocks until you're tired enough to eat and have to eat somewhere in Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
But we had a lot of fun being together. Dan walks and my mom, and they brought little Toto too, his dog Bentley.
Nice. The universe speaks in coincidences.
That's
From a
poet.
poet.
Yeah.
He's poetic every time he speaks.
Wolf Machine. Mindy Carey.
Mindy Carey.
Yeah, that could be a Mariah Carey reference or a Jim Carrey reference.
I think it was a Mariah
Carey
reference.
is what I took it as.
Yeah, it's the same. Thank you.
Mindy's mommy. Mindy was always great.
She's just singing your praises up in here. Just love bombing her daughter. I love it.
I'm not gonna deny myself mommy love.
Mom, we love you. Mom, I just love you. Mom, Mindy's mom. Mindy's mom has got it going on. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
Sal Goodman says you got a glass break. Oh my God, nice.
Yeah, I know, right? Amazing, Mindy. Mommers.
Fat Grammy said, I dropped a never in FBI claim on my channel if anybody wants it. I'm going to have to go check that out. I don't know.
Good, Fat
Mindy,
Grammy.
If you know, but Fat Grammy figured out, has been researching how victims of Scientology can easily fill out a form to report their abuse, and it's been amazing. So ex-Scientologists have been able to click on this link on either Surge's channel, Nora's channel, or Fat Grammy's channel and fill out this simple form and send it in, and it actually reports, I think, to the Department of Justice, pretty much claiming that the FBI didn't do their job and protect them while they were in there. So I'm gonna have to take a look at this Fat Grammy if you have one now that's developed for a never end. So definitely I'm gonna check that out for sure, because that's amazing.
Oh my God, Peaceful Drama got it. The horrible Latin song that I had to sing in my college audition. Later. Keep going. I'm gonna just start because it's the worst Latin song. You know, it's that song in high school that they give you to sing that you hate singing for an audition.
You'll find out here in just a second. I can see.
Yeah.
Lily says, Mama Willens is a fighter. Much love.
Yeah, Mama is.
Go, Mama Willens.
Barry, sorry that you were savaged earlier.
Sorry about that, babe.
So many coinkydinks and parallels in all of our lives. All types of music. Have breast cancer in my family. Plus own scares, right and left brain person. Can build a bridge. My sister had opera nodules.
Yeah, we're cut from the same.
So we've all had nodules. All three. So Barry's sister, you and me, we've all had nodules.
Well, Mindy,
that's so weird.
Mindy, you said you don't have an Adam yet.
And I'm not going to say I am Julie Andrews, but you've never seen me in the same room with her, have you?
No, not personally.
Okay, ready for the song?
Yeah.
I hate that song. We shall call. Yeah, but
Well-
it's the first song everybody makes you sing. They give you that manual of easy, that book. You know the book I'm talking about. The book of the easy Latin songs, and they say, sing Caro mio mio ben. And I'm like, no! Sing anything else.
Well,
I hate that song.
I have a quick funny story that'll make you feel better, Summer. My maiden name is Swedish, but it sounds very Jewish. And so growing up, I never realized that everyone just assumed I was Jewish. And so I'm in high school in show choir, and my husband just yelled from the other room, "Wait, you're not?" And
You lied to me.
this whole time. But in show choir, we each had to do a solo because we were going around to nursing homes to sing, and they handed me Hine Matov. And so I get this and I'm like, okay, I don't know how to pronounce it. And this is pre-internet. I'm dating myself here.
Oh my gosh, do
And
it.
so I literally, the first time that, we're in show choir, I'm like, okay, everyone's going to sing their first go at their
Mindy
solo.
and I are on our heels. We're
And
like,
I literally get up there and I'm all, Hine Matov, Umanahi.
Tiny.
And
I got
everyone starts laughing.
I
didn't
auditioned
know.
for the Once Upon a Mattress is Princess Winifred, and they had us singing with the pairing the potential male female leads together to sing together to see how your voices sound. She's like, let's just do something that everyone knows. Everyone knows Silent Night. And so I didn't know the words because I never, anyway, my family's Jewish. So,
yeah, right?
So we had the opposite problem.
The word that I sang were round young virgins. Round young virgins. And also sleep and holy peep, I say. Peace.
Nice.
Peace.
I know now.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you should have been like, I'm Jewish. I don't know that song. Okay.
It was a comedy, so
right.
That's also maybe the exact opposite experiences. I still feel bad about it but I didn't know. I was like, I have no idea how to say any of this. I'm sorry, I don't speak.
I know,
Hebrew.
right?
It's so funny, like when we don't know, like the cute mistakes that we make when people, the people who are laughing don't mean to make fun of us, but it's just cute to them. And it's like my mom had one. I'm going to tell a little funny. My mom one. I'm on the doing a live stream and she's watching. She watches all the streams. So you guys, if you're streamers, you look out. My mommy's in there, okay? And
come on, Mindy's mommy, subscribe. Come on.
She's like, Mindy, I loved your stream. It's cool. DOA was in your stream. I'm like, I don't think he was. And she's like, yeah, you were talking to him. DOA's megaphone. And I'm like,
no, that's not DOA, mama.
I was like, and you think like Jessica Sniffles is Jessica Palmadessa and Gelson's Blue Bathroom Key is Francois Coster?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, it's all good because everybody has weird usernames, and I actually changed mine from Summer Savage to when I comment, it'll say Cultology Twin 1111.
Oh, really?
Just
rolled
in
the
case
dice
anybody
to figure out
needs
who was
to
one
know
and
that.
two. I lost.
We threw the dice. See who was thing 1 and thing 2, or twin 1 and twin 2.
But I'm a middle child, so I'm used to being number 2, so it's okay.
Stop it! Stop it right now.
My dad used to joke, he'd be like, wow, you really are number 2. Your eyes are brown. You're so full of it.
Whoa.
I have brown eyes and brown hair, and I'm damn proud of it. So I don't want to hear it.
My dad used to love to joke around with me.
But I have the Jewish in me too. I was not raised Jewish, but I have the Costner nose.
Oh, grouchy Mama Bear, I am so sorry.
Grouchy?
Mindy, my mom had a mastectomy at the age of 56. She passed away this week at the age of 89. Oh, and still no cancer. That's amazing. But I'm so sorry.
This, Mindy's mama. You got this, Mindy's mommy.
That's very encouraging that it can stay away and that there are people, that you're sharing your story helps others.
For over 30 years. That's over 30 years. It's 34 years. Yep. That's amazing.
Your mama is so lucky to have you, Grouchy Mama Bear.
And to be able to have them until they were 89. That's high. That's something
Everyone hug your moms if you can. And your dads.
If you can, hug them. And if not, talk to them.
Right.
Okay, but before we get even sadder,
I know, right? Let's not go into that.
we've been on for almost an hour and 20 minutes. It feels like we've been on for 5.
I know it does.
Disney, are you listening? Put Mindy in a movie,
Yes.
please.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you.
And we know you are watching Disney. Just kidding.
Come on, Anne. Come on, Anne. I mean, Anne has the right idea. Come on, Disney. Come on,
I don't know when, I don't know how, but I know something's starting right now. Watch and you'll see. Someday I'll be. Go,
Damn.
girls. Go, Summer.
No. You finish.
Part of your world.
I was going to go, but it would have been like, part of your world.
Yeah. And mine would have been like
After that.
half to Mindy's standards.
Yeah, you're amazing.
Yeah, you got pipes on you, girl.
For
Love
days.
That's what I'm gonna use for 727. No, I'm just kidding. But you guys, I learned that the phone number is not a good idea anymore.
Yeah,
Well, apparently they're
about a jingle for just the email. I'm working on it.
Well, Aaron
that's
said
a
that
good
you
idea.
can still use the phone number because he's still checking it because I think it goes directly to his phone, like a Google phone number. But they're just getting a lot of
service.
Yeah, no, I'm not. If his preference is to use an email, that's definitely what I'll go with. I'm just like, oh, everybody's heard me so many times doing the. I'm like, oh no, I contributed to that stress for that. No wonder.
Whatever. They didn't specify at the beginning that the email was better.
That's how effective you've been. That we all have it stuck in our head.
I appreciate it. I'll come up with a funny email.
Amy, I'm Jewish and I know the Lord's Prayer. True. But I used to have to sing it in people's weddings all the time because it was a big favorite back in my day. Everybody liked to have the Lord's Prayer sung.
Well, guys, if you have not subscribed to Mindy, please go over
do so
and subscribe now.
What are you waiting for?
Because do you live under a rock? What the heck is going on if you have not subscribed to Mindy?
Oh, but thank you guys. I try to come up with really interesting, unusual stuff that's not the same all the time. I like to do a lot of different things. I'm a fully formed adult person before I ever discovered the movement. And so I've got a lot of fun, like creative things I like to share in addition to trying to make the world a better place.
And Mindy's mommy, we love you, and we hope that you have nothing but good health and speedy recovery. And thank you so much for being here.
More time with this precious child of yours.
Exactly.
Oh, thanks, guys. Yeah, as soon as I hang up, I'm running down there and getting her water and helping her walk around and stuff. So
right, we love you, man. We love you, Mindy's mommy. And Sophia's like, Savage, a belting lower of voice is amazing too. I'm like, yeah, I know, Sophia. Stop.
But we just want to say thank you so much for being here. We're definitely going to have you back. I started day job on Monday, so we don't know how often we're going to be able to do lives, but we'll definitely have you back because you're amazing and we adore you.
Like with Dan, we couldn't stop talking and we needed a part 2. And with you, now we need a part 2 too.
Agreed.
That's what we need, another part 2. We need a part 2 with you.
It's really wonderful to have you guys are just like handles until I meet you in person, you know? Or it's nice.
Yeah.
But now we like behind it.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Makes it so much better when we meet face to face a little bit. Even if we are across the country from each other.
But everyone, we love your faces. Remember to be kind, sprinkle that shit everywhere. And we will see you tomorrow with George Massey, literally no one. Have a great...
don't forget to subscribe and like.
Oh yeah, subscribe and like us too. Yeah.
Please. We need it. We're almost there.
Bye everyone.